cues impact our own markets. We have our research team joining in with what the trade setup looks like, the stocks that are likely to be in the news, and the action from the F&O space. A very good morning to all of you guys. First up, let me go across to Sudarshan. What is the market setup looking like today?
Hi, morning Sonal. So we have come after a long weekend, and it seems that cues that we are getting, at least on global front, are not to worry about. US market on Friday largely had a good close, and the last hour recovery helped Nasdaq and S&P to close with minor gains, while Dow Jones had a minor cut. But the biggest outperformer was small cap index. In the last closing hour, it surged more than 2.5% from day's low to close at day's high. And on a weekly basis, US market saw gains for 8 consecutive weeks. For our market, on Friday, we too had a good close amid volatility, but financials have remained a concern. And like Wall Street, the outperformance was seen in mid-cap and small caps. And for today, GIFT Nifty is so far indicating a start in the green, but sustainability will be key point this week ahead of year-end as volumes are expected to remain low. Now on to commodities. Crude is now in a range amid Red Sea tensions, with Brent is trading around $80, while WTI NYMEX is around $74 per barrel. Precious metals, though, continue to see buying, with gold hitting record high and is now approaching the level of $2,100 per ounce. On institutional activities, FIs sold shares of rupees 2,829 crore, while DIs bought shares of rupees 2,167 crore on Friday. So net, they were net sellers. Talking about cues for today, some major stocks that will be in focus and can impact market. First one is Infosys after termination of global deal of over $1 billion for which they had signed MOU in the month of September. Second one is Wipro, company likely to have declined considering Sanjay Jalona for the post of CEO. And last, liquor stocks, Gujarat government has allowed consumption of liquor at GIFT City.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for joining us with all those cues, Sudarshan. But a lot of other stocks that will be on our radar as well. Hormaz has that list for us. Good morning, Hormaz.
Good morning, Sonal. Coming off a long weekend, so it's a long list as well. Reliance Industries, where it's an ET report which says that it has signed a non-binding term sheet with Walt Disney to merge its India operations. Now, CNBC-TV18 has reached out to Reliance Industries for a comment. And as Sudarshan was mentioning, Infosys, their global client, has terminated their MOU that it was signed in September. It's a potential deal worth $1.5 billion. So we'll keep that on our radar. Paytm has mentioned that an AI-led transformation will result in a slight reduction in workforce, although they have not specified the quantum. And it says that it will save around 10 to 15% in employee costs. However, it says that the core business will see manpower increasing by around 15,000 in the coming year. Wipro has denied rumors of former L&T Infotech CEO Sanjay Jalona joining the company in any capacity. The Aurobindo Pharma, its arm UGA's New Jersey unit, has received 10 observations from the US FDA, and the company has said that those observations are procedural in nature. Who has also received procedural observations is Zydus Life, where its API site at Changodar in Ahmedabad has received 6 observations from the regulator. UPL has announced a 4,200 crore rights issue, although they have not specified on the details of the same. Adani Wilmar, where the promoters are intending to sell around 1.2% stake in the company to comply with the minimum shareholding norms. Anupam Rasayan has signed a letter of intent worth 507 crore rupees, or around $61 million, with a leading Japanese chemical MNC for the supply of a new age polymer intermediate for a period of 9 years. And lastly, Biocon, where Biocon Biologics has partnered with Sandoz for the distribution of the Adalimumab BS subcutaneous injections, and for that injection it has received exclusive distribution rights for the Japanese markets. Back to you.
Okay, all right. So that is a long list, Hormaz. Thank you so much for getting us up to speed. But a lot of cues from the F&O space as well. Manglam is joining us now. Manglam.
Well, you know, as far as Friday's move is concerned, we did see the Nifty meander in a bit of a range. It was, if you just take a look at the Nifty Bank, that was the one that dragged or put a lid on the gains that we saw on the Nifty itself. So while the Nifty ended closer to the high point of trade, we had the Nifty Bank, which ended at the low point of trade. And that explains why the Nifty was unable to cross past that 21,400 mark. And today, the big heavyweight index to watch out for will be the IT index, and largely because of the news that Hormaz and Sudarshan spoke about on both Infosys as well as Wipro. Nifty IT had been outperforming for a bit, but now its underperformance is likely to continue as well. So what does this overall mean for the markets? The Nifty range is between 21,250 at the lower level and 21,400 to 21,500 is where the congestion is, and which is what the range was on Friday itself. And as we move towards the year end, we will see institutional volumes thinning out as well on a gross basis. They've been around that 10,000 crore mark for both the FIs and DIIs. And, the cash market sale and purchase notwithstanding out there. The FI has sold more in Nifty Bank than Nifty itself. So in index futures, if you see the net sell was 241 crores. Nifty Bank futures was a sale of 541 crores itself. FIIs, who were 68% long in index futures, have scaled back to around 65%. Nothing really to worry about out there. But if you just take a look at the options action out there, 21,300 put was extremely active for a premium of 80 odd rupees, telling you that 21,200 would be a strong support, and lower levels 21,150 as well. Keep an eye out on the Fin Nifty. That will be having its weekly options expiry today. So that's something we'll be watching out for. And in terms of stocks, watch out for Nalco, because that's the one which has entered FNO Bank after a big move on Friday.
Okay, all right. Mangalam, Sudarshan and Hormas, thank you so much for joining us and prepping us up for this trading day ahead. We come back after a long weekend. Let's see which way things go today. We'll do one thing. We'll slip into a short break. When we